Hello friends, welcome to my channel Mathematics Solution. Today I am going to start the chapter number 8, Introduction to Trigonometry of class 10th. So let's start. The reason behind choosing this chapter is that both the chapter number 8 and chapter number 9, chapter number 9 is application of trigonometry, are based on the mathematical branch trigonometry. So if you understand the one chapter properly, then you can easily find the solution of each and every question of the next chapter. So let's start the chapter number 8, Introduction to Trigonometry. Trigonometry is an important subject of mathematics which we used to find the height of a tower or a tree, to find the width of a river, and so on. We can also find the distance of the ship in the sea from the lighthouse and the height of other objects. So first of all, let's start with the meaning of trigonometry. What is the meaning of trigonometry? The word trigonometry is a combination of three Greek words. Trigonometry is a combination of three Greek words, and they are trigon and metron. Here tri means three, gon means sides, and metron means a measure. Means we have to find the length of the sides and angle of a triangle. Therefore, we can define trigonometry as the definition of trigonometry can be the branch of science of mathematics, the branch of mathematics which deals with the measurement of sides and angles of a triangle. The word trigonometry, the meaning of trigonometry is contained in the word itself. Means we have to measure the sides and angle of a triangle. So the next step that we will study in this chapter is trigonometric ratios, and we will use these trigonometric ratios to find the distance, height, width of different objects in the next chapter. So for this, first of all, we have to take a right angle triangle. Let us draw a right angle triangle ABC. Let it be right angled at B. Here both A and C are acute angles because the angle B is of 90 degree, and we know that sum of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So if B is 90 degree, then the rest of the two angle must be acute angle, so that their sum is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, in right angled triangle ABC, both angle BCA and angle CAB, or you can say that BAC, CAB are acute angles. Here, if we consider the acute angle C, then the side opposite to this acute angle is called the opposite side to angle C, or we call this side of triangle as perpendicular, and the side which is closer to the angle C, that is adjacent to the angle C, is called adjacent side to angle C, or we also take it as base of the given triangle. And the third side, the longest side of the triangle, is called hypotenuse. Students, now here we consider the angles, acute angle as C. Now if we consider the acute angle A, then the side opposite to it will be BC, and we will write BC as the opposite side to angle A, and side AB will be the adjacent side to angle A. Let's draw this triangle again. If I rotate this triangle around C, then we will get the new triangle as C. If I rotate this triangle, then it will go upward and the side AB will be downward. So here if we consider the acute angle A, then its opposite side to angle A will be BC, and the side adjacent to angle A is called the adjacent side to angle A, or we take it as base. If we consider the angle A as the acute angle, then this will be the perpendicular and this is the base, and AC remain the hypotenuse. So there are total 6 trigonometric ratios. There are in all 6 trigonometric ratios in the trigonometry. So let's find these trigonometric ratios. First of all, what are trigonometric ratios? What are trigonometric ratios? The ratios of the pair of sides. Ratios means the sides in the division. The ratio of the sides of the right angle triangle corresponding to an acute angle of the right angle triangle, the same right angle triangle. These are called trigonometric ratios. The ratios of the pair of sides of the right angle triangle corresponding to an acute angle of the triangle. For example, if I consider A as acute angle here, then the 6 trigonometric ratios are here: sin A, cos A, tan A, cot A, secant A, and cosecant A. These are 6 trigonometric ratios if we consider the acute angle as A. Now, how we will remember the values of these trigonometric ratios? You can easily remember it by a formula that we studied during our school time, and that I also used to teach my student in the school. And the basic formula is Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bole. Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bole sona chandi tolle. Here sona chandi tolle means we will write sign here and second cos here and tan here, and opposite of tan is equal to cot, and opposite of cos is equal to secant, and opposite of sin is equal to cosecant. First of all, what is the formula? Pandit Badri Prasad har har bole sona chandi tolle. Sona chandi tolle means you have to write here sin, cos, tan, and we will take the opposite of tan as cot, opposite of cos as secant, and sin as cos. In this way you can find the first three trigonometric ratios and you will automatically get the value of rest of the three trigonometric ratios. So let's write how we can find the value of this. So sin A, here is the value of sin A is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Here which is our perpendicular? Here perpendicular is BC, meaning BC upon AC. Next is base. Here P is the perpendicular, B is the base, and H is the hypotenuse. So value of cos A is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Here base is AB and hypotenuse is AC. And the third is value of tangent is perpendicular upon base, and perpendicular here is BC and base is AB. Now if we know the value of tan, then by reversing it we can find the value of cot also. So cot is base upon perpendicular, base upon perpendicular. Here base is AB and perpendicular is BC, and value of secant is hypotenuse upon base. Here the hypotenuse is AC and base is AB, and the value of last trigonometric ratio is hypotenuse upon perpendicular, that is AC upon BC. Student, here you can see that the value of tangent A was BC upon AB, and the value of cot A is reverse of tan, AB upon BC. It means that both tan and cot are inverse of each other. Similarly, sin A is equal to BC upon AC, and cosecant A is AC upon BC, mean inverse of sin A. So these two are inverse of each other. And in the last, cos A was AB and AC upon AC, and secant is AC upon AB, which are also inverse of each other. So from this and this we can write as sin A is equal to 1 upon cosecant A, because both are inverse of each other, or tan A is equal to 1 by cot A, and cos is equal to 1 upon secant A. From these formula we find that these are inverse of each other. We need these formula when we have to solve the questions in the exercises. Students, there are lots of formulas in this chapter that we need to be learned. Here I will only explain to you up to this point, so that you can easily understand and completely understand the concepts. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. In the next video I will explain another formula, and we will also do the exercise 8.1 of chapter 8. Thank you so much.